Alright, YouTubians, let's do this. This is Penguin Pete for NoGamer.com, and we're playing through our Dicey Dungeons character guides, where we're doing a playthrough of each character, beating the game with each character. It's a supplement to our game guide that's on NoGamer.com. Go check that out. There will be a link in the description. This is Terry Kavanaugh's Dicey Dungeons. It's available on Steam. There's a link in the description of that. And we've beaten it with the warrior and the thief, and the thief again as a bear, and a robot, and an inventor, and the witch, miracle of miracles, and now we're down to the Jester. Jester's a fun guy. Now the Jester, bit of backstory, Terry Kavanaugh, the creator of Dicey Dungeons, originally put up a free web version, and he had the Jester as an enemy in the game. And then when he went to the full developed paid version, fans of the game were clamoring for the Jester as a playable character, and he said, oh, okay, alright, we'll do that. So, notice when you hit health there, it'll give you 2 shield if you're already at full health. That's a thing. You'll see how the Jester plays as we go along. Again, we're assuming that you already know the basic rules of the game, you know how to get through it. But we'll settle you up with the Jester's unique strategy here. So what you got, instead of the equipment and backpack model that most characters in Dicey Dungeons get, you get this deck of cards. There's 4 boops, there's 3 bops, and there's 2 sweets. That's what you start out with. The sweets give you health. If you're already at max health, it converts to shield. The bops take a minimum roll of 3 to do 3 damage. And then the boops here take any die at all to do 2 damage. We're going to be looking at this deck structure because you have to build a deck as you go along. First card you get out is right here. It's always a juggling ball, as your very first chest card there. This one does damage according to a max die of 3, so 1, 2, or 3 value, and then get a new dice back. You like those words, get a new dice. You're going to love those words, and you'll see why as we go along. Because with the Jester, the thing is, you don't really care too much about getting extra dice. You care about getting extra uses out of a die. And the more that cards can do that, the better. So that gave us something to use our max 3 on, and a max 2. There we go. Now whenever you have a matching pair of cards, you can activate discard. Discard matching cards, and it'll just drop them through. The other thing about matching cards is that's important for snap. So you want 2 things in your deck. You either want matching cards, groups of mini cards of the same copy, or you want cards that let you simply drop in a die and get a die back, or even 2. Because that'll help you speed through the deck and go find your combos. And that's really what the Jester is about, is combos. So this guy's dead in 3 anyway. Now you really don't see too much about what I'm talking about in the early game, because Jester starts out with a basic deck. Here's where you choose your deck theme at your first level up. It can be a weaken theme, a shock theme, fire here, ice here, poison damage. Probably my favorite one is either ice or poison. Flame is good too. Flame does heavy damage, and this one here really does 6 damage for just 4 pips. For every burning enemy die, you have 2 sparks that burn a die. So if you get these 2 out first before you get to this one, that's a potential 12 damage for just 4 pips. That's amazing. Ice Shatter, however, it freezes the enemy die, so as we know, enemies in Dicey Dungeons count on having high number rolls in order to do a lot of damage to you. So, freeze is very good for messing with enemies quite a bit. And then when you pick your deck theme, then when you start getting cards from shops and chests and stuff, it'll try to revolve around that theme more often. Although not always, as you see. So let's see how we deal with this. Baby squid, do 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 do. Okay, odd number freeze a die. So there we go right there. Unfortunately, that isn't really going to matter much unless we get to, oh, see, now, we need a minimum of 3 for each of these. We can discard this. That's only for this time. Doing 2 damage plus 3 if the enemy is frozen, so I'll actually do 5 damage. That's, hey, that's the thing. The Jester doesn't really get a lot of high damage going in per card. The point with the Jester is more to swing through that deck. I'm going to go ahead and drop the blind die in here because we get boop next. Whenever you see this discard activate and you have a snap going, you can hit snap. Now it's going to fill these cards automatically and fire them off for us without using our dice. It's going to pick the best possible die and then use that, but only when it has matching cards. So you can see here on the card list the next coming up. It'll also tell you how many left in your deck. There's 7 left. So I can use this to freeze one. Okay. And I can't use it. That's a maximum of 3, so I can't use it there. I gotta use it there. And that's not, yeah, there's a right Shatter. Fizzle combos are gonna happen a lot in the beginning of the game. Don't worry, it's not too crippling. Okay, is it a maximum? No. Here. I'll do unknown damage, alright? Here, max 3. So once we get the deck built up a bit better, it's actually going to be more impressive. He's at 2 health anyway. Alright, get out. Oh, come on. Oh, it's not odd either. Odd. 2. There. Fiddly thing. Okay, this is the finale card. You play every card in a single turn in order to use this at the end of your turn. And this is, I don't know if we get another grand finale card. You only get 1 per game, per run through. I'll go ahead and take this. It comes at the end of your deck anyway, so it doesn't mess up the order of the rest of your deck. These are anvils, and you love these. And as you can see, the rest of our cards got integrated into the deck. Now, all the cards except for the finale all get shuffled together, as you can see when you play through the game, through a fight. When we upgrade the boops, they return the die. That's very important. You want to keep doing that. This will still count as a matching card when it comes to things like discard and snap. So we like that very much. The more times that we can cycle through a card, because you can see we only get to look at 3 at a time. So the more times we can cycle through a card and get through the deck to the more important cards, then that's the better. Well, this guy's going to get an extra dice this fight. That's nice. He may not even get another turn if we get rolling here. Max 3, get a new die. Here's 2 of these. I'm trying to save my combo card here because I see an ice shatter coming up. So this will do 2 damage, return the die. I will take 1 health. I'm at 26. And I'll leave these 2 for next time. You'll see these 2 come up next turn. Okay, so he gets a 4 for 5 damage. And a 2 for 5 damage as well. That's devastating. Okay. This is bad. I have burning die and I have shock. So I'm going to drop that there. And drop this in. Okay, now I can activate snap and snap the 2 freeze cards off. Snap those off. Okay. I can do 3 damage to him. He shocked my combo card, so I can't use that against him for the freeze damage. Oh, snap. Yep, he's gone. That's nice. Go tell it to Gandalf. Oh, duplicate dice, you get a dice back. In fact, you get 2 dice back, even better. Okay, we're doing free stuff, so we'll take that. This is destroy a card for either thinning out your deck, which isn't always a bad idea, or if you made a mistake adding a card to your deck. That's the only way you can get cards out of your deck, by the way, is by paying to destroy them. So, however, we have our ice theme going on, so we want to keep that going. That does almost up to 6 damage, so d6 damage and inflicts a freeze on top of that. So that also combos with this card here, which gives you +3 if the enemy is already frozen. It still does straight damage all by itself. You know, this guy has COVID. That's what his problem is. Okay, we can duplicate it out here. And move something out. We have 2 bops coming up. These are all even, so we're really not working with the cold theme very well right now. 2 damage, return a die. 3 damage. It's a max of 3. I'll take 2 shield. Okay, if we roll odds next time, we're next up pretty good. Ha! He literally could not do anything to us. Ha! That's a relief. Okay, odd number here. Odd number here. And then do 4 damage +3, so 7. Okay, that was a bash. I got a combo off. Okay, max 3, get 1 new die. Alright. I'll see if I can save that for next turn and see if I roll a 6, but really, any one of these cards is going to finish him off. Okay, he's gone. Yes, it gives you dice back. You like it. You can turn cards down. So what do we have left here? Let's get pay to destroy a card. Theoretically, that does help things along. For instance, as you're drawing through the deck, snap is more valuable if you get 2 matching cards, and this counts as a match for that too. These 2 match. Here's 3 of a kind. You really don't want to get rid of your health cards, because that's literally probably the only 2 ways you can heal in the entire game. We have our snowflake combo going, and the rest of them are simply cards to speed through the deck. So bops are probably your only real candidate for destroying, if you want to thin your deck out like that. I really haven't bothered that much, and it hasn't hurt me that much on Jester runs, so I tried it a few times. It didn't seem to make a lot of difference. You can if you want to, though. Alright. Duplicate die. A -1 on it. It will heal for 1 or shield. I will do one of those. And I don't have max 3. Alright, let's do this and this. That way we'll have our snowflake combo coming up. Let's go. Alright, I can freeze 1 dice. This is great. And then on 6, inflict 1 freeze. There you go. Alright. Unfortunately, this is too big to use there. You can discard cards, but I really didn't See much point in it at this point. So we're freezing, so he's always going to get a 1. Okay, he's at 18. On the other hand, I don't see any matching cards coming up for Snap, so there's practically no reason to do this. The enemy isn't even frozen. Well, that's really not going to do us any good this turn. But as long as we're still freezing his dice, he's never going to be able to get anything better. There's Juggling Ball. We have a couple boops coming up. Odd. Snap. Aha! That returns a die. You like it. Anything that returns a die. Add a value, subtract a value, split it in 2, combine 2 dice. Anything that gives you the die back. Lets you just move a card aside. Alright. This guy deals out poison damage too. He is really feisty. Just recover some health. Yeah, he tries to get up to that. So freeze works well against him. Unfortunately, I need an odd number for freeze, and guess what I don't have again? Here. Okay, max 3. Alright, this just takes anything and returns a die. Look at that. I have a 2, a 4, a 6. I need odd number, odd number. Now, you can see this is luck fighting as hard against you as it can. Look at that. Here, I'm going to discard those. Thanks, I'll duplicate my even number. I can do 4 damage with it. I can do 4 damage with that too. I can flip a die and get an odd number. And do 3. Okay. So he's a 6. Oh, come on. He is definitely going to be able to double our poison. That's 12 damage. That's half our remaining life right now. Try to recover some of that. Dice value -1. Oh, brother. Here. We need to do that just to be able to survive this turn. And 3. There. Leveled up. Got to reset our life total. Okay. Magic trick is discard current hand, which, yeah, we really don't like to discard. We like our cards. We use them. We're going to go for inspiration, which copies the next card. So he's very useful. Especially in getting combos. This is a second copy of Juggling Ball. That's actually pretty good. However, we do have Cauldron here. You can get that out of chest as well. Both of these return a die. We like that one better because there's no limitation on the die total. Alright, get past this guy. We got a clear floor. Right. Okay. That's a snowflake. I'm going to flip this die upside down. And do 3 there. Okay. Alright, Juggling Ball through that. Now I need a minimum of 4 right there. I'm actually going to leave these 2 in place because I have an Ice Shatter and a Lament coming right around the corner. Ah, he couldn't do anything. Perfect. I can duplicate a die to get out of there. Do the odd right there. Now I can do damage there. Damage there. Trying to see if I can get an odd number manipulated out of this, but I can't. I can do this. That hit him for something. So yeah, you kind of have to pay attention through the Jester deck. Each character in Dicey Dungeons, I kind of have a theory, has a key word that's good to keep in mind. Here's our Cauldron in action. And I think in the Jester's case, the key word is tempo. If you can keep a streamlined deck going to the point where you can just get right through it. As you can see, even Weekend isn't really that bad to us. We can always just discard cards. Just work around them. Also, we don't care if we snap some Weekend cards once in a while. That's fine. Alright, we're close. We're like within 2 points of full health. Looking great. This over here is a little booster pack of cards we can get pretty soon. We can copy a card. We like this. We like this a lot. Let's, I guess we might as well copy. This returns the same die, which isn't as useful when you want to change the total. So Cauldron rolls a new die, so let's copy that. The more and more of these we get, the more we can just beat through the deck. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Do 2 damage, return the card. Now this guy here, there you go. I'm going to copy the next card. So I get 2 of these. I do direct damage to the 4. He's got 1 die frozen, so this 3 is going to be a 1. And he needs even numbers of those too. So freeze does really good on this guy. So it still does straight damage even if it didn't freeze him. Ew. Aye. Well, that was sore. If we drop 1 in there, we're going to get 2 sweets lined up for snap. That let us gain health. Duplicated die. Oh, brother. Here. Roll 1, get a new die. Flip a die upside down. Let's get 3 6s. Not that that's even that great. But we got them. Alright, booster pack. 2 extra boops. Well, I mean, that's 2 more matching cards for Snap, I guess. And the Snowball. I will reluctantly concede to keeping these, but that's not really the most outstanding booster pack I've ever opened. Let's get past Rhino here and then we can get to that anvil. Fix up 1 more of our boops. Alright. Freeze a die, I guess. Here. Yeah, so freezing his dice does hurt him. We can copy 1. Flip a die upside down, great, and then we can make it odd, put it over there. Dice value -1, we can do this. 4. We can do 6 damage to him plus 3 because he's frozen. For a maximum of 3, we can do that, get the dice back. Do we have Boop there? Yeah, we have a Boop Plus. We're going to get a copy of Boop Plus, which just lets us do 2 damage right through. Get the same dice back. We have a Cauldron coming up and a Lament. So I'm going to discard the 2 matching ones and get through the Cauldron to the Lament because that's more ice damage. Actually, yeah, it didn't actually freeze him. That's not the one that works that way. I'll regain some health. We have 3 matching cards set up in case he does enough damage to snap us, which he probably will. There it is right there. And he couldn't lock our dice because his numbers are low. That's great. See ya, turkey. Do 3 freeze damage and freeze 1 dice. Snap it. 1 damage and get a new. Freeze 1. He's almost gone. We're going to do 5 damage right there. He's gone. So freeze is being nice to us here. Let's upgrade another Boop to return the dice. Actually, I should have, yeah, when you copy. We can make a copies of the Cauldrons and upgrade the Boops. And that's how we do this. Alright. Now, we could use some health recovery around here. He's going to do 6 and restore 2 health. And yeah, we want to keep him off high numbers. So let's do an odd number there. That'll freeze him for 1. And look at this, we can't use this 2 anywhere here. Alright, well, here. 2 damage to return the die. Oh brother, here. Freeze a die. There. Yeah. Yeah, we've got him pinned down as long as we can't. As long as we just keep him on 1s, he's not going to be able to do anything. Let's get a new die. Huh, you call it a new die? Oh, it's there. This shrinks our die a little bit. Do 2 damage to return the die. Oh, that's a minimum of 4. Okay. That's terrible. Here. Okay, so we can do 6 damage to him because he's frozen. Oh. I'm so glad we're freezing him because look, we're down to 10. Alright, let's duplicate that. The more dice you can get, the better. Do we want... I think we do. We want low numbers because that's a maximum of 3 right there. We can re-roll the 4 from the Cauldron. Oh dear. Let's discard these. These aren't doing us any good. Let's heal 1. Heal 2. Odd number there. Inspiration. 2 damage return. 2 damage return. Discard. Where's our snowy cards? 6, inflict 1 freeze. There we are. Alright. We got this guy whittled down. He's down to 10. Look at that. He could have so creamed us. He's still going to do 9 damage right there. Oh, we're close. Tell me about it. He's a 10. I need an odd number too. Snap. 1 damage. He's down to 1. Come on. Come on, do this. Do it. Ah, thank you, random number gods. There, we're leveled up. Health total reset. Okay, yeah, so this is, you can destroy a card, you can do slot machine, or you can do yoink. Which borrows an equipment. The slot machine gives you random equipment. I have had bad results with that. I'll take the thief thing. Sometimes you can get a decent thing. Now we're already on theme for ice here, so we really don't want shock. And this is nice, but it's going to give us +1 die the card after the next card. So this is going to stall us whenever we're in a run. So that's not really as good. That gives you an additional dice the next turn, but not necessarily during the current turn. That doesn't help us in the current turn at all. So I'm going to renege on that. You guys are welcome to question my judgment if you want to. I'm just taking my best guess over here. Cauldron. Okay, odd number there, freeze 1. Then odd number there, freeze 5. Inspiration to copy that. I don't mind copying, duplicating. Anything you can get to have more raw dice here. I'll take some armor. I'll do that. I'll do... and 2. Alright. If he does a lot of damage, he'll just set us up for a good snap. See, we just froze all his dice. He can't do anything. Aww. Oh. I really want a 6 so I can get this guy. I really want a 6. Because I can't freeze without the 6. I'll settle for taking 4 armor here. We're not going to freeze him this time. Alright. He did 4 damage. That was literally our whole armor right there. There's our 6. On 6, inflict 1 freeze. Beautiful. Now we can do this. +3 if the enemy is frozen. 2 damage, return the die. Damage, return the dice. Yoink to borrow equipment. Sure. What happens? Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's interesting. Here. When I played with Yoink before, I think it wanted to stay... the card stayed in the deck, like, for the rest of the game. I'll have to see if I'm right about that. Alright. There's a boop boop beep coming up here. Unfortunately, we don't have a snap going on. I guess freezing 1 die. He's at 7. We're not too bad here. Yeah, 1 damage. That's nice. 4. Okay. Here. Yeah. As long as you keep him low on the totem pole. He's at 7. So I can do 2 there. 3. 4 or 5. I'll save the limit break for next opponent. We got a ways to go before our next level up. There's apple, anvil, upgrade, confirm. So our deck now, you can see where the boops are accumulating here as they're doing 2 damage returning the dice. So that just helps us get through the deck faster. Alright, we got a whole crowd of enemies here between us and the exit. Look at that, we're on floor 5, so 3 guys to go, and then it's boss fight time. This is always where the worst luck happens. Okay, let's line one up here. Do 1 damage to get a new die. Oh, that's not the new die, that's the old die. Okay, no, we kind of want the ball. Here. Okay, there we are. Let's do a snap now. I just like to get the combo up before. Now, when you snap a card that says return the die, you're going to notice something interesting. It's going to put the best possible dice in there, fire it off, and then you get the die back just like you put one in. So we're at 2 dice. Then we do this, and now we have 3 die. And we can duplicate that one. Do 1 and freeze 1. Freeze 1. We have Cauldron. We can copy the next card. So when we put something there, we're going to be down to 1 die, but then we do that, and we get 2 new dice again. 6, look at that. We have the Crystallize again, so we can create a random natural weapon. Okay, 4 damage and a shock. Now we can snap these 2 and we'll get a dice back again. There's an odd number where we can freeze 1 die. So is it 3, and then we can do 6 and 3 damage right there. Isn't that beautiful? When you get a Jester deck aligned right, it is awesome. We're still at 40. We didn't even lose health. I don't think the guy even got a shot in at us, did he? Okay, there's 6 damage on 6 to inflict 1 freeze. I love that. Okay, flip a die upside down. You got it. Minimum 4. Get this back. 2 damage, return the die. We can do 1 damage and get a new die. We can do freeze another die there. Subtract 1 from the 4 so we can use it over here in Juggling Ball. There's that. Busy, busy, busy. What do we got for a random crystallized weapon? Oh, burn, huh? Let's see if that stays there next turn. Was that 9 damage? Oh, that hurt. Okay, locking our dice is very bad. Locking dice means that you can't even use the die, so, as you saw, so. Oh dear. Okay, we have 1 locked die. However, once we start snapping, we don't care beans about dice. Okay, the enemy is not frozen yet. Let's do 3 damage. There is darn it all. I used the odd number die on the snowball. Oh wait, that has been odd numbered. You know what? 6 damage is 6 damage. Hey. Okay, we got it. Yeah, that wasn't very productive, but okay, well I can do 1 damage and get a new die. Oh, there's an odd number. Well, we can freeze a die. I mean, that kills his damage, right? Oh, brother. Yeah. Great. I can crystallize 2 random weapons next turn. Okay, so as long as we're locking his dice down with freeze, he's going to lock our dice down with the paddle lock. Okay, 3 damage. Come on, guys. 5 damage. Oh, please, something take him down. He's down to 2. He's not doing very much to us because we're freezing him. One damage. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Please tell us now. Oh, yeah, he's going to survive that turn, too. Okay, so as you can see, locking dice really messes up the Jester. Come on, any damage, please. Thank you. Alright, that was touch and go. That was annoying. That wasn't really risky to our mission, but it was annoying. He did manage to eat into her health total a bit. And she's not exactly easy to get past. Alright, 2 damage, return the die. Bop. On 6, I can inflict 1 freeze. 2 damage. You can see we're just keep lining things up. Minimum of 3, so that can go there. Okay, freezing her die is also. See, as long as we can keep her off that high countdown, we're doing good. Now, we have another boop coming up here, so we can do. Alright. So that still does 5 damage? Hey, that's not bad. Is it really worth spending the snap now on this turn? Because we're going to get 2 out of here, so then we're going to get duplicate and crystallize. We don't have any dice to activate those, so we can't get to the boot plus, and etc, etc. So it's just going to be a snap for 4 damage. Or we can wait till next turn. I'm going to wait till next turn on that snap. Hey, this is very bad. Yep. Okay, well, she didn't get that bad. Alright, once again, weakens. We have 2 boops now. Here. Let's snap those off. Okay, we can duplicate. Do 2. Return the die. Odd, freeze 1. A nudge, subtract 1. Spatula, flip it. And we can do a crystallize on that and just see what happens. Alright, okay, fine, weaken her. See how she likes it. Now we can snap the 2 sweets. So exciting. Cauldron. Okay. Yeah, we can copy the next card so that we're going to have 2 copies of Snowflake come through. Now we can snap those off. That'll freeze 3 dice. And this is it. Our run is over. However, she's down to 9 with 3 dice frozen. So the odds of us surviving this turn are very, very good. Alright, we may be able to get her nailed down now. 3 damage there. 2 damage. She's down to 4. There's 4 right there. She's gone. Leveled up. Alright. We didn't quite get to everything that I thought we would get to. I don't think we got a chance to do a second copy of our Cauldron. We only got to copy it 1 time. We have crystallized now in our deck all the time. So I think it varies from one game to another sometimes with the dungeon layout. There may be more rewards or another. Okay, we have this gal here. She has the big shield. I can't even begin to pronounce that. Awifi? Oif? Waif? Joan of Arc. Alright. 2 damage, return the dice. 2 damage, return the dice. 6, inflict a freeze. We subtract 1, that's fine. We'll just run right through it. Oh, look at that. Now we need a minimum of 4 to duplicate. Awful. Reroll that. There you go. Now you can duplicate it. What have we got here? Odd number. Well, we'll find out next time. Okay. So she shields up quite a bit. Low numbers hurt her as well. So... Ice Shatter. Hey, she's frozen. She's still frozen. The rare. But you have just activated my snap card. Think we can snap off the boss? Alright. Reroll. Snap those. Got some health back. Snap those. Okay. We have a duplicate and edge and a boop coming up. We're a long way from getting help that way. Okay, duplicate. Nudge. There's a boop. We have boop plus coming right up around the corner here. So why don't we get this out of the way? And well, we'll just do straight 5 damage. There it is. So those are free and you get a die back. Three. This will do 6. Hey! She's gone. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the Jester. You again. Look at this big wheel spin while I gaze at you with bottomless malevolence and you drop your eyes in shame. Lady, put your pants back on. Bottomless my ass. Fancy that you lose. Well, so does your joke. They do that at the end of every game. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for studying through here. Obviously, as you can see with a lot of these guys, there's more than one game. We've been just going through the very first normal game. There's a set of challenges you can complete from the other episodes later on that get progressively harder. So you may change your strategies depending on what kinds of crazy things happen in there. But in any case, this was just a way to walk you through the basics of each character so you can see the strategy in action. Thanks again for watching with us, and we'll see you next time. Good night.